Welcome back to the Crochet Crowdhouse with my friends over at Joann.com. I'm your host Mikey. You made it into week number 2 of the Split Single Crochet Basket. Today we're going to work from the base all the way to the top, and we're going to be using a stitch called the Split Single Crochet. You see the abbreviation here, and we're going to be having demonstrations on exactly where to put your crochet hook. I'm recommending that the hook that you have is a pointy edge. It makes it easier to get into, and then once you can actually start seeing the stitches develop, you can see it's kind of veins of the stitches working your way up. It really does resemble knitting as you go. So once you get then the first round done here of just this one section, the next round is going all the way up into 12 inches tall, and you'll have a great little basket, and then you'll join me on week number 3. So without further ado, let's get started, and we're going to be playing with the split single crochet today. So let's begin. So we're going to start our first round, and we're going to chain 1 to get us started. Now in the same one of the join, you're going to go into the back loop only. So if you're new to crochet, there's always 2 strands. Let me use a different hook. And there's always 2 strands that make up a stitch. The first one is called the front loop, and the other one is called the back loop. So to create that ridge that we see at the bottom, we go into only one strand, which is the back loop. So insert in, and we're going to single crochet ourselves into the back loop of each of these stitches going all the way around. So once you do the first one, usually the next one is ready for you. Just pull it up and go into the back loop all the way around. So please go into the back loops of each one of these stitches going all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So I'm just coming all the way back around, and I'm just going to join to the top of the first single crochet that you have, and just yarning over, pulling it through and through. Now it says to place a stitch marker. PM means place stitch marker, and place marker, and you're going to just place your marker here. So what you're doing here by placing the marker here, you're using this as a measuring point for the future. Okay, so we're going to be going 12 inches tall from this particular point. So now we're going to continue up the side now, and we're going to redo the remaining of the rounds all the same. It's not going to increase any count, so it's going to start then turning around and then coming straight up. But I'm going to demonstrate it to you on Bernat Maker Big, and just to show you exactly what you're doing, because it's not as easy to see it here, but you can see it once you know what you're looking for. So let me show you what it looks like, and then you'll be able to see it, because I can see the stitches here now that I know what I'm looking for. So at this point in the tutorial, you're going in a round disc shape. So we're going in a round circle. So the whole point to showing you this is that it's going completely around. So what we're going to do to start us off is that we are going to chain up 1. So let's do that. So what we have is that normally we single crochet right into this spot right here. Okay, and that's where we single crochet. It holds steady and it looks great. But that's not what we're going to do today. We're going to do a split single crochet. So let's retract back out. So I've still chained 1. So what I want to do is that I want to look towards these legs of the stitch. And what I wanted to look for is that I want to look for this first one that's right in the front. And I'm not going straight back. What I'm doing is that I'm picking that one up and then going back. Okay, so on this side here, Daniel is kind of pointing it out to me, is that you will not only see all this in behind, but there's really only one strand here that you're going in behind. So you're going up on an angle, and then you're just pulling it through, and then pulling it through 2 and continuing. So here's the legs, okay, and you're looking for this one right here, and you're just jamming it, and you're going towards the back. It's like almost an angle, and you're pulling it through, and you're pulling through 2. So look for the legs, just go straight back. So when you go back, you only want to have that one as in front of your hook. You don't want to have both of them, because that's not the same thing. So here's the legs, and then kind of like diagonally back. See? So now you're going to have this V shape that you're looking for. So when you combine all and come back around, these V stitches are going to line up to each other and then start making it look like you have a knit basket, which is kind of the neat. It's a split single crochet. So I'm just going to go all the way around. Once you get started on this, it's actually pretty easy to be able to identify these stitches once you understand it and once you know what you're looking for. So when you get all the way back around, you have 1 stitch left, and you're just going to go straight back in the same spot and then finish it. And when you go to join it to the first one, you go into the top of the first single crochet. Don't go into a gapping space. Go into the first of the top and then pull it nice and tight, and then you're going to begin again. So you're going to chain 1, and do you see it now? Which one is it? It's right there. So by going into the same spot each and every time, you're causing it to make it look like that it's knitted. Okay, so see the difference of what you had before? Do you see it? You got these coming up on a V shape. So V, V. So you come into the next one. So let's begin. We now haven't started our round yet, so we're gonna chain up one first, and what we're going to do then is coming down into the first one. It's right there. Do you see it? And you're just gonna go in and back. See, that's why I showed it with the other yarn. And then you're gonna pull through, give it a bit of slack, and then pull through too. The more slack you give it, the easier it is to get it next time. Do you see it? It looks like a V shape. And you're just gonna go in, just grab the one and then head on to the back. Pull up some slack and then pull through. So once you understand what you're looking for, is that it gets a lot easier to identify it. Now the first time around we're establishing it, and then every other round then is gonna be much easier because you will be able to see it a lot better next time you're through there. So just go all the way around then, just doing the split single crochet, and then meet me back here in just a moment. So I've now come all the way back around, and I want to join it to the top of the first single crochet that I started with. Okay, so don't go into a gapping space or anything. Go right into the top and then just yarning over, pulling it through and through. So now that we've gone the first time around, it gets much easier to do it because these stitches are now popping up and you can see them. That I haven't done anything special. That's exactly the way it shows. So we're gonna just chain up one, and we're immediately going to go into the one that's popping out. So it's the exact same location. So just straight back, okay, and pull through, give it a bit of slack, and etc. So just going in, and again it's like the same rule. It's only one strand. Pull through, and this is going to create continue the V-stitch going all the way up. So what I want you to do is that I want you to go around and around, make sure you slip stitch in between, and I want you to have 12 inches from this spot all the way to the top, and then that's where you're gonna stop today. So the next time you see me here, I'll have that stopped, and then we'll continue then next week as we continue our journey together. So let's meet you back there in just a moment. So I'm blazing along pretty good, and when I last left you I was down here, so I'm just working my way through. This is actually, once I got by on the second round, it got a lot easier. And what I want to show to you, do you see how there's veins of stitches? See how it's following up just like so? It is so easy to tell which one is where to go. I'm actually blazing along a lot faster than I thought. So do you see how these veins are kind of going up? So you're just gonna go in, and where I showed you before, so you just go right in and then just wrap it and pull it through. So I'm using those veins to show me where the next stitch is. So it's not like I'm looking that hard, and because it's kind of jumping out on me, see? And when you follow it down you can see it goes right straight up. Isn't that neat? So my point being is that, you know, even though it's fluffy yarn, you can actually see where to go if you just look at where the story is telling you from the rounds below when you go to do that. So I'm gonna see you here when we have 12 inches done, and then I'll be back shortly and we'll have that completely done for you. So when I last left you we were down here. We now have our 12 inches in, and next week we're going to continue and finish this bag together. So I'll see you next week and have a good one. Bye bye.